Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Pisces. Hi Pisces, welcome to your April 2015 tarot scope and animal totem. So let's get right into it for Pisces. Start shuffling up the cards. Oh. Huh. Oh, look at that. Well, I just want to stand up to make sure everything's in frame on this setup here. Okay, looks like we're in frame. All right, well, you've got the Two of Rods in reverse, and this is you, first of all. Queen of Cups is the water sign person. Well, this could be you too, I guess. See, normally in a real reading, if I were to read for you, personal reading, then these people would be male and female as they appear in the court cards. But I always try to like open it up because we're reading for so many people in these general readings. Okay, well, let's get up here. This first card out with that Two of Rods in reverse. And Two of Rods is always about finding your direction in life, seeing the way you want to go, the path being clear, embarking on this new trail that could be the world for you. And note that it's right next to the World card also, because this guy holds the world in his hand. However, when it's in reverse like that, it usually means that you're kind of off your path, or have been. You know, off your path, off the trail, going away. And I'll note that this card, he turns away from the world. Because you never want to turn away from the world. You know, you do have world and sun in this spread. So this is some really beautiful energy we've got going on here. These are, I would say, two of the best cards in the deck. The world is one of the best, and the sun certainly is one of the best. So the world is here. Somehow you did turn away, or you are turning away from the world and looking off in a different direction over here. And that's something that we don't want to do. You know, in life, we want to go towards the world and towards the sun. So you're looking off in this other direction you have, but note that how it lines up with the Queen of Cups, which also very likely represents you, male or female, I'm going to say. I'm going to take this out. I don't think like these are the women that I'm reading for right now and these are the men. I think this is all part of you. Okay? And the Queen of Cups also looks off over here, away from the general stuff that's going on. Note at both times that there are earth sign people. Like there's an earth sign person in the line of here, and there's an earth sign person in line with this one too, next to this one. Now in the month of April, we are going to move into Taurus. I should have looked that up. Right around the 20th. I was looking, there's going to be an eclipse on the 4th too, but that's what I had the page open to. But when are we going to move into the, I should have wrote that down. I'm doing you guys first today instead of last. Getting you get a little jump on it so I'm not so tired out by the end of them. I'll do you for, I'm going to go in backwards order today. Okay, so we are going to move into Taurus on the 20th, right on the 20th of April. So this stuff might be occurring more towards the 20th. It does seem like the world is here and the sun is here, but there's other things going on. Like as we move down to this thing here, you know, what is she turning away from? Are you turning away from? Heartbreak and sorrow, fighting and arguing. This person, even though he's in the upright position, he's kind of seems to be tied in or maybe part of this somehow. Or you can't see him because You know, there's all this pain that you have to work through in order to get to it. For some of you, it could be some of you are in bad relationships. And maybe there's like this new lover or somebody on the horizon, but you would have to get unentangled first. You definitely have to be unentangled with this emotion and this stuff anyway, before you can move on or embrace the world or get over here to the world on the sun here. And note that this is right in the center of the whole thing. You know, this could be like the center of the whole situation here. You know, heartbreak, sorrow, fighting, discord, arguing. In reverse, I mean, it's not as bad in reverse, but I think it still does talk about, you know, fighting and discord and stuff like that. So it's about you changing your direction here. A lot of this is about you, you know, turning, if I could do it this way, you know, but you should be in reverse, you know, turn around. You're going to have to deal with some stuff to get through it. And that's also, you know, expressed up here, because you have the Ten of Rods here. The Ten of Rods is just carrying this heavy load. It's a hard work. There's going to be this hard work involved with it. You know, but the message of this card is that in the upright position, as it appears in your spread here, to me it is like, yeah, it's hard work, but you're going to make it. You know, he can see that his goal is within reach. Even though it's a heavy load for this guy, his goal is within reach, and it's the Hierophant. And, you know, a lot of times the Hierophant is, okay, yeah, conventionality, you know, the powers that be, the old paradigm. Sometimes people will see the Hierophant as, but the Hierophant was also spiritual. You know, it was the church in the old days. It still could be the church, but it's, what I want to say about this, because the world is here, is this is going to get you to the next level. Like, this is some big, it may be some kind of big, I mean, if some of you are trying to get into some big Fortune 500 company, get a job in there, that could be. That's not really often in line with Pisces' goals and aspirations, though. But what I'm feeling like is the powers that be are going to embrace you, and I feel embrace you for who you truly are with the sun and world here, especially the sun. You know, the sun is like your true self shining through. Also, because it is the sun, again, we could be saying when the sun moves into Taurus, you know, because the sun is here. There's something that you've got. So there's a capacity for huge success on the horizon here for you with the world, for whatever you're doing, for the, you know, the sun. What makes your heart sing? For whatever brings you the most joy and gladness and makes your heart sing, and what would be your dream, you know, your dream of dreams. But it's not just going to magically appear out of the air, is what they're saying. That there's going to be a lot of hard work involved. But don't let that, you know, stop you or hold you back. Don't discount it because of that. Just say, oh, well, forget it. I'll just stay here. Or if I'm going to have to go through and deal with all these emotions, I feel like a lot of this is a clearing for you, that you're going to have to go through and deal with some of these emotions. Because look how it's behind her. Not only is she turning her back away from it, but it's behind her. And I just feel, and in this way too, like if this were all the other way around and I was doing a Celtic cross, this would have been behind you, over here. So this is some past stuff, past wounds, deep wounds. Chiron is in Pisces, in your sign, and that is the wounded healer. And so a lot of you may be going through this stuff anyway, right? Because when I looked at, you know, I got there. This is how you use your psychic when you're reading the card. When I looked at the world, and it looked like an astrological wheel. And then it reminded me that Chiron's in Pisces. So that's how my spirit guides will talk to me. And that can happen for you too if you're a reader and you keep at it. But anyways, back to the story here. So there's some deep wounding stuff that you have to work through. And it's worth doing. It's not like, oh, let's just sweep it under the rug and I'll just go this way because this way's easier. Well, in your mind, in your head, you might think it's easier. But it's saying, no, it's not really your path. It's not your ultimate path that's going to lead you to the world here. You know, down here too, we've got, again, a King of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles. So again, the King of Cups could be you as well. And the Queen of Pentacles. These two are totally attached. I mean, this, I don't know. I'm not sure. There's a little space here. And she looks that way, and he's kind of looking this way. These two are looking right at each other. Yeah. And they're smack dab together, sandwiched in there, and they're both in line with these pain cards, you know. So this really does feel like some old energy. This really does feel like some old relationship that, you know, you're still carrying around baggage from. Maybe you don't even realize it, but maybe you do. There has to be a healing time Four of Swords is always like a healing time. It could also be, maybe I was going to say, this could also be maybe your parents. Because it feels like it's husband and wife real strong. Or a married couple, I shouldn't say husband and wife. So it feels like a married couple, or, you know, a couple. But that is it's steeped in dysfunction. Excuse me. It's grounded in dysfunction. It feels like this is long-suffering, ongoing dysfunction. So is this you and your partner? Is it time? Because sometimes this is Two of Rods too. This is a partnership. And in reverse it says this is a partnership that isn't going to fly maybe. Or is it your parents? Or are you modeling that stuff from your parents still? Because this really does feel like people that are just together and they're just fighting all the time, and it's just, you know, embroiled and steeped in a lot of misery. A lot of fighting and a lot of misery and a lot of feeling hopelessness. I mean, everybody, you know, relationships have their ups and downs and everybody has their times, but if it's ongoing like this, if this is just an ongoing thing, on and on, then it might be time to cut some ties. And for some of you, maybe this isn't your lover or your romantic relationship. Maybe this is, who knows, your boss at work, you know, this could be a lot of different people. A neighbor, you know, a neighbor that's horrible, well then move, you know. Or, you know, it could be things like that. But all that aside, once we get through the pain, get through the other side, the sun is there, so it's definitely worth looking at this. And don't turn your back on the work that needs to be done, because you do have sun and world here. World is bigger, better, and more than you ever thought. And with the Hierophant too, it could really be some kind of somebody big taking notice of you, or some kind of sponsorship or endorsement from some big company, or getting hired in at some huge, you know, big, high-powered job, if that's what you're after. So there's something really big about this. If some of you are artistic, maybe you would get signed to, I know people aren't really into getting signed to record labels anymore, but, you know, it'd be something like that, like a big break, you know. Or a publisher, if you're a writer, maybe a publisher picks you up, or some kind of, if you're an artist, you know, a lot of you Pisces are very creative. It could be something like that. Or just getting some big job, like we were saying. So there's a lot of potential in this month, lots of potential. There is a full moon eclipse in Libra that's going to be releasing, so everybody's going to be doing releasing. And without pulling out the wheel and calculating it all, it looks like you guys are going to be doing some releasing of some deep emotional pain. But then it's like, wow, here we are. And I feel like it also is totally instilled in this. And this is a road you can go on. You can go on this road and get through the pain and come to this beautiful place with the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun. Or you could take a turn here and go the way of your parents, or take a turn and set your fate, you know. Sorry about the dog. This could be you, you know, cementing your fate down to the future of a long-term, you know, kind of suffering pattern or something like that. Okay, I'm back after the little dog incident. Anyways, the animal totem cards are done. I really wanted to launch them on this eclipse that's I'm going to be on the 20th of March when I'm recording this, but it takes 2 weeks for the test print to come back, so I don't have them in my hands yet. But they all are done with the text and everything. So one more month here, we're going to pull your thing out of here, the animal totem out of my bag of tricks. So what is the animal totem? I got it for Pisces for April 2015. Peacock. I think that came up I know it came up last month. I don't know if it came up for you or not. Okay, stay tuned. I'll be right back with the interpretation of Peacock, so don't go away. Okay, Pisces, here it is, Peacock, your animal totem for April. I'm just going to read the bottom to start with, and we can talk a little more. Flamboyant, elegant, proud, sacred, death, resurrection, immortality. The phoenix rises, adding color to your personal style. Spotlight is on you. Strut your stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, so this is the Peacock card. As always, I would love it. You know, there's plenty of other information. You could look this up further if you're just in it to find like a definition. But actually, my intention with these cards were, and I'm finding that it is definitely true because I'm already starting to see things, is that there's more to it. If you look at these cards, you're going to start to see things. Follow where your eye goes. Blurt out what you see. You know, there's all these different colors on here. It might be something about a rainbow. I mean, there's just all sorts of things here. Or maybe if these little quills on the hat of the, you know, the head of the peacock is standing out to you. If you were doing this in a reading, you might say, well, somebody's wearing an unusual hat, you know. It could be all sorts of things. And that was my intention, because that's how I read the cards. It's not just about reading a definition. It's about letting it speak to your subconscious, letting your guides speak through the cards. And I wanted to show everybody, and the final cards will be trimmed down a little bit more than this. It's not going to be quite as big as a border on here. You have to allow for extra border for when they cut the cards. This to the left here, this is going to be the back of the cards. That's what the left image is going to look like. And to the right, this is going to be just a title card. It was going to be the box, but the boxes are made to accommodate like 89, like tarot decks, you know, 80 to 90 cards. And this deck is only actually 47 cards, but there'll be 50 cards, including this one, a blank one, and one with a little, you know, words about the cards. I'm calling it the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, and that's goes back to the days of my family had the bar. I was trying to talk to people about the animal oracles, and they were teasing me, and they started calling me the Beast Mistress. So I'm going to own it. I am the Beast Mistress, all right? There. And I decided that's what it's going to be. I had a few names, but I'm calling it the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. And I'm going to put a link. There's a funny video of some of the guys from the Jam Night teasing me about it. They're singing, doing this little funny thing. It's about 1 minute long if you want to watch it. It's on my other channel. I think I posted it in 2010, but it was actually filmed in maybe 05 or 06, I want to say. But it's kind of funny and cute, so... Beast Mistress it is. Here it is. As always, you could look this up more and get into more information about the totem if you want to on your own, if you're interested in it. There's tons of information. The Ted Andrews book is really good. I think it's the classic animal totem book. I probably will write a book that corresponds with this card, but not at this time. There's going to be at least a volume 2 and possibly a volume 3. It was funny when I was making these cards, boy. I was going to originally do 33 cards, and then these animals were just showing up. I felt like Evan Almighty, man. They were just showing up everywhere, like trying to get in the deck, or like if any of you watched the astrology video where the hawk crashes into the window and stuff like that was happening like crazy. So I got up to 47, but this is volume 1. I'm going to stop here. And also I wanted to mention, if you get confirmation, if you see a peacock somewhere during the month, please let me know in the comments. I love hearing about that. And not only is that confirmation for me, but it's confirmation for you. And once you're aware of this stuff and you start watching and looking for it, it's going to start showing up. Okay, so Pisces, Peacock it is for April. Talk to you next time. Okay, everyone, before we go, be sure to check out my book, Tarot in the Modern World. If you're watching this video to learn how to read tarot, well, this Tarot in the Modern World would probably be, you know, the companion guide. It's very reasonably priced and very easy to understand. It's available on Amazon. If you go to my main page over here, my main channel, and you go under the About section, well, this is my main channel. Go back to Home. You can see I have other channels there, but also if you go under the About section, you can find everything. You can find out how to order a reading. It's the second thing down, the prints, all the stuff, how to make a donation. And if you enjoy these free readings, you know, please don't hesitate to make a donation. I want to thank everybody who has been donating, because it really is awesome and it really makes it worthwhile to do these free readings. But you can also see some of my other channels, which is the VV Creative Shorts, which is all my keyboard stuff and music stuff and some arts and crafts. But I've been a keyboard player for many, many years, hence the rock and roll part of the Rock and Roll Prophetess. And I also have my Learning Songs for Kids. It's just Vicky Verley. It's my original YouTube channel. It has a ton of kids stuff, so if you or anybody you know has small children in your life, you might want to check that out. On the Tapestry of Life mandalas page, if you go, that's where all the ordering is. But there's also these mandalas, you know, and it's based on your chart. I know a lot of people really like these mandalas, but they're kind of expensive. And they're expensive because, you know, they take many, many hours to make. They're made from your chart. So for a long time, I've been trying to think of how I could offer it in a less expensive way. I thought I might run charts for like the Dalai Lama or spiritual masters and offer those as prints for everybody. But what I finally decided to do, I've joined Fine Art America, and you can find a link to that on my main thing. And I've been starting to create these mandalas. They're going to be a series, which I believe will be a deck. These are the universal mandalas. And they're meant to tap into your collective unconscious. This one is the first in the series, and it's called The Forgotten Knowledge. I'm so stoked to get working on these. This is what I really, really want to do, because I'm just so drawn to it. I had to finish up that animal totem deck first, though. And now that that's finished, I'm going to be moving on to this. So if you like this, you can order a print for as low as $22. Fine Art America is a very reputable print on demand, and they do a high quality, really nice job on everything. So if you like it, you can check that out too. Again, it's all available on my main YouTube channel under the About section. You can find everything. I want to thank you all for donating and commenting and liking and sharing my videos and Google Plusing and all the things that you guys have been doing. I really, really appreciate all your support. Any donation is highly appreciated. Be sure to check out my books and my art and my other stuff, even if you can't make a donation. Maybe you would like to purchase some of my work. And of course, order a reading. That's another option. I am going to be coming up with another kind of video reading. I'll be announcing it soon. I wasn't able to get it together in time for this, but I am going to be coming up with a little private video reading thing, more dealing with past lives. I'll be announcing it soon. And be on the lookout for the animal totem cards. I will be announcing it in a little video as soon as I have the deck in my hand and they're available for sale. As I said, I really put a lot of work into these, and I made the animal totem deck with the intention of it speaking to your subconscious mind. So it's more than just merely a deck that you look up the definition and that's the end of it. You look at these cards, you're going to get stuff, and it did work, because I'm already seeing things in these cards. And that was my intention. I wanted it to be like that, to kind of get your psychic juices going, and kickstart your intuition, if you will. Okay, so remember that you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll talk to you soon.